Hello and welcome again, once again, to Chris's Caribbean Delights, and my name is Chris. Um, Today, this episode that I am planning to do here today would be a shrimp curry episode. Shrimp curry with a dal puri. I have some shrimp, which I have started to prepare. I have some shrimp that I have seasoned and prepared for this shrimp curry, and I may add some maybe potatoes to it. But let's go to the ingredients, and we'll start from there. So here, guys, I have the shrimp, and I have put some all-purpose seasoning on there. It's not a salty seasoning. I stay away from the salt for shrimp, at least, because the shrimp sucks everything in. I just put some complete seasoning on there, which doesn't have any salt, and I have cut my shrimp in the I slivered it straight down the middle, and this gives it gives the meal more volume, and at least you feel you're getting more than a lot more. So just a trick with me. But I have had like maybe I had 14 large tiger shrimp here, which I split in two. I added some pepper flakes to it, some curry powder, and the complete seasoning. And I'm going to have this sit in the refrigerator until I'm ready to use it. I'm going to cut up some onions, garlic. I don't think I have cilantro. Onions, garlics, and hot peppers to start my curry paste, with some paprika and some cumin powder and all that stuff. So before further ado, let's get to those ingredients, and we'll make that paste and start the curry. So here we go. Cumin powder. I'm going to use some cumin powder, about a teaspoon cumin powder, with the paprika, so cool. We're gonna give this a stir. So we'll cut some garlic up. All right, about four eggs of garlic, 4 cloves of garlic. Cut those up, mince those up really thoroughly. Yeah. Careful there with the knife. Okay, push that aside. We'll do the onion. And I'll mince this onion as small as I can also. Don't be afraid to peel your onion. There's several layers on there, so just peel the layer off. Get to the good stuff. All right, so get a nice fine chop on this. I love a lot of onions, so I'm going to town with the onions here. And onions are always in season. It's something that never goes out of season. Onions are always in season, and I love them. They flavor everything. Okay, so here we go. I have half of an onion, or maybe a whole onion there. I even had more onion, but I'm not going to use it anymore. But that's the onions and the garlic. I'm going to put a tomato in there. I don't usually put tomatoes in my curries, but I don't have any potato. I don't have any other vegetable, I don't think, in my refrigerator to put in there to thicken the curry, so I'm going to give it a tomato, or maybe 1.5 tomato. And here we have our Scotch bonnet, the hot girl, the girl that's the hottest girl in the Caribbean. And we're going to take some of the seeds away from her. We don't want to kill anybody's palate. These seeds would kill your palate. And if you're handling this thing with your bare hands, please wash your hands when you're done. Wash your hands when you're done, or else you will be in a mess. Wipe your board. Wash your hands. If you're handling hot peppers, wash your hands. You might touch your eyes, and that's devastating. It's devastating if you touch your eyes or any other part of your body that's sensitive. So either wear gloves if you're going to work with habaneros or the jalapenos or any one of the hot peppers. Wear some gloves. I'm accustomed to this, so I just wash my hands right after, and sometimes I use gloves because not all the time I'm in the mood for the heat on my skin, like how it's affecting me now. The fume is coming up. The fumes are coming up, and it's affecting your throat. So, and then you have to wipe this off. So here for our curry, we have about 2 tablespoons of oil, about 1 tablespoon of oil, heating up in the pan. I'm going to throw in my sprigs of thyme. I love that sound. My sprigs of thyme. And then we're going to get our onions and garlic in there. Onions and garlic. Turn that fire down a little bit. Then I get the ginger in there. And the tomatoes. Okay, so right now, this is the curry paste I'm adding here. The curry paste, when added, has to cook down for at least 5 to 7 minutes, so that all the ingredients in the curry and the paprika and everything is cooked. So we'll just cook everything down. Okay, so I've added the chicken, I've added the curry paste that I had in here. I've added the curry paste in here, and it has to cook for at least 2 or 3 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes. And so whilst that's cooking, I will once that's finished cooking, it's been cooking for over 3 or 4 minutes right now, with the onions and the garlic and everything else, and I add some chicken broth. Gotta have that liquid. Let everything cook up. So we'll bring this back to a boil. Taste for your salt. I think that's perfect. The hot peppers that I cut up, and I think I just use half of this hot pepper, because it permeates really well into the stews, and you don't want it to be overwhelming. So here we go. This is up back to a boil. Looking very good. Salt perfection. Fine. And we need our protein. So here we go. Turn her up and down a little bit. And we're going to lay our shrimp in. As we go, we lay our shrimp in here. If you think you need some more chicken broth, you just add some more chicken broth in there. And we're going to add the shrimp in here. And we'll give this a stir once we get everybody in there. Give this a stir. Now that our shrimp is in there, I just cover this and just let it go for a little bit. Cover. Hit small cover. Get something else really big in there. Right, perfect. So I'm going to turn that down a little. Just turn these over again. And this will be done in a minute, you know. Just make sure that they're all pink and opaque. Just takes about 5 minutes. Shrimp takes very little time to cook. Cover. In another 2 minutes we'll be good. So here we go. This is the finished product, the shrimp curry. So I'm going to take these off because I don't want the shrimp to be cooked too long. I'm going to take this off the fire. I added some tomatoes in there, to bulk up the stew somewhat, thicken it up, and it's great. Awesome. Now we'll move to the dal puri, and we'll finish that process